Ducky O8O59, a midnight green feathered duck, sprints down a narrow hallway, his leather vest slapping with each frantic stride. The walls glisten, literally sweating French's mustard, its pungent aroma thick and suffocating in the air. Beneath his webbed feet, the floor squishes with sickening soft sounds, each step a desperate plea for escape. Ducky's breath comes in ragged, desperate gasps, a frantic rhythm against the oppressive, mustard-scented air. In a vivid dream, Ducky flees down a mustard hallway, pursued by a perfectly dressed, glistening hot dog. The hot dog bounces with unsettling menace, its eyes like undercooked olives, steam rising from its perfect bun. It moves with the unnerving gait of a tax auditor, closing in on the terrified Ducky. A chilling voice echoes, "Suck on me," as the dream turns into a nightmare. In a vivid dream, Ducky's tiny wings beat furiously, a desperate struggle for altitude in a claustrophobic mustard hallway. He lets out a desperate, comical yell, the sound echoing strangely in the yellow confines. Behind him, a grotesque, animated hot dog pursues relentlessly, a bizarre and terrifying predator. Ducky screams, "I don't even eat carbs," as he tries to escape the bizarre culinary nightmare. The hot dog closes in, its voice a taunting growl. "Suck on me." The mustard yellow walls blur as Ducky's frantic flight continues, a surreal chase through a vivid dreamscape. The familiar mustard hallway twists and distorts, its walls rippling like liquid, transforming into a grand theatrical stage. Eerie, unsettling light bathes the stage, framed by heavy red velvet curtains that feel both opulent and menacing. Blinding, stark white spotlights pierce the oppressive darkness, cutting through the artificial energy that crackles in the air. From unseen corners, disembodied canned laughter echoes, hollow and mocking, raising the hairs on my arms. From the theatrical stage ceiling, a glossy curved pickle descends, spinning slowly in the harsh, isolating light. The pickle shimmers with an almost unnatural green, its surface hinting at ancient, briny secrets. It appears to observe Ducky with an air of knowing amusement, a silent, charismatic presence. The pickle's slow descent continues, an enigmatic oracle in the spotlight, its gaze fixed on Ducky. The stage lights intensify, casting a dramatic glow on the suspiciously charismatic pickle as it hangs in suspense. Under the theatrical lights, a hot dog, its bun dramatically flared, leaps onto a grand piano, a surreal nightmare unfolding. It slides down the keys with a flourish, creating a discordant, unsettling melody that pierces the dream. The hot dog, a grotesque performer, turns its gaze towards Ducky, a sinister glint in its mustard-lined eyes. A line of bright yellow mustard shoots from the hot dog, a viscous, threatening stream aimed directly at Ducky. The hot dog's voice booms across the stage, a chilling taunt. "Suck on me." Ducky recoils, trapped in the nightmare, as the hot dog's mustard-lined threat hangs heavy in the air. On a vast, dreamlike theatrical stage, Ducky stands, utterly exasperated, throwing her hands up in a gesture of surrender. The stage is dominated by an enormous, unfazed hot dog, its presence filling the cavernous space with an absurd grandeur. Ducky's frustration boils over as she confronts the hot dog, her voice echoing, "Why are you yelling?" Her eyes narrow in disbelief and anger as she demands, "Use your inside condiment voice." The hot dog, an immovable monument of indifference, responds with a booming declaration. Its voice reverberates, asserting to the flustered Ducky, "You've always wanted this." The stage floor beneath Ducky cracks open, a thunderous splinter, revealing a terrifying chasm. He plummets into the abyss, a dizzying fall into the depths of his own past. Suddenly, he is tiny again, his feathers fluffed, his eyes wide with pure childhood wonder. He stands in a brightly lit kitchen, its clean surfaces gleaming under fluorescent lights. The hum of the overhead lights fills the air, a sterile yet strangely nostalgic glow. His small form is bathed in the stark, bright light. A ghost in a memory. In a hazy, surreal childhood kitchen, Ducky's mother appears, her form shimmering like a phantom, bathed in an otherworldly glow. She holds a hot dog directly over his head, its surface glowing with an ethereal, almost magical light. The surreal light from the hot dog casts strange, dancing shadows across the dreamlike kitchen. Her voice, an echo from another time, asks, "You want this?" Ducky looks up, captivated by the glowing hot dog, the scene suspended in an ethereal, dreamlike state. In a childhood kitchen, a single hot dog glows with an otherworldly light, suspended just out of reach. A small hand stretches, fingers straining, reaching for the tantalizing hot dog. The air around the hot dog shimmers, an invisible barrier to desire. The hot dog, a silent taunt, remains a frustrating distance away. A disembodied voice echoes, "You'll never quite reach it." In a dreamlike kitchen, a giant, disembodied sauerkraut head drifts eerily, glowing with an internal, unsettling light. Young Ducky, startled and visibly annoyed, glares at the hovering, luminous vegetable. The sauerkraut head intones, classic displacement, its voice echoing in the dream space. Ducky, with a child's fierce resolve, retorts, "Shut up, cabbage," to the glowing apparition. A blinding flash of light momentarily engulfs the stage, then vanishes, revealing a dreamlike tableau. The stage snaps into sharp, surreal focus, the air crackling with an otherworldly energy. Upon a plush velvet chaise lounge, the pickle reclines languidly, its surface shimmering with smug self-satisfaction. It radiates an aura of effortless superiority, its very presence commanding the dreamscape. The pickle declares with profound confidence, "I was born to be submerged." Ducky stands alone on the vast, dreamlike stage, a solitary figure dwarfed by the empty expanse, muttering to himself. His voice echoes in the silence, a desperate whisper, "Why are you like this?" The disembodied voice of the sauerkraut head materializes, its unseen presence chillingly clear. "Because you repress." Ducky's eyes flash with indignation, a defiant retort forming on his lips. "I gig with backing tracks. That's not repression. That's strategy," he exclaims, his voice cutting through the ethereal space. On a theatrical stage, a hot dog swells to a monstrous size, its bun flaring like demonic wings. It looms over Ducky, a terrifying, oversized foodstuff, casting an ominous shadow. The giant hot dog snarls, its voice booming, "Suck on me." Ducky, defiant, shouts back, "You're just processed approval, wrapped in bread." Ducky's voice echoes, challenging the monstrous culinary nightmare. On a theatrical stage, a chorus line of identical green pickles multiplies, kicking their legs high in synchronized precision. The stage spins faster and faster as a light, yellow rain of mustard begins to fall, creating a surreal spectacle. Amidst the chaos, the hot dog, now sporting Ducky's familiar leather vest, stands calmly, a sinister smile playing on its lips. The pickle chorus chants, "Plunge, plunge, plunge," their voices echoing with menacing glee. Ducky, breathing heavily, backs away, fear etched on his face as the hot dog declares, "You can't outrun me. I am unresolved expectation." Ducky defiantly retorts, "I am a grown duck. I choose my own condiments." Before the hot dog sneers, "Suck on me." A seismic, soul-splitting fart detonates like a thunderclap, shaking the very foundations of Ducky's slumber. Ducky bolts upright in bed, eyes wide with a mixture of shock and self-reproach, his vest twisted around his torso. The room is cloaked in darkness, the house eerily silent after the sonic assault. He blinks slowly, then sniffs cautiously, a grimace forming on his face. "Oh, come on. A disembodied voice whispers, "Suck on me." Ducky sighs dramatically, declaring, "I'm switching to salads." The voice retorts, "Extra mustard."